Hi, my name is T Taro VA. I'm a voice actor and voiceover artist, and today I just want to be showing off my microphone collection, and I'll be doing a short demo on each of the mics that I own. Uh, as some of my friends know, I buy way too many mics because mics are cool, man. I don't know. Mics are just sexy. I don't know how to describe them. Just like buying one is almost like, for me, it's like buying watches, right? Like they look cool, they serve a purpose, but also they're just so damn cool. So for the first mic, you're actually listening to it right now. This is the AT875R by Audio Technica. It's a shotgun microphone, so I can actually like have this microphone be boomed a little bit further away from me. This is like that's the pop filter. As you can see, you can kind of maybe make out a shape here. I don't know. I'm not monitoring myself in video, so this is what you're listening to right now. This is the shotgun microphone when it's boomed about 2 feet away from me. So yeah, stuff for filming stuff for like filming outdoors or filming uh just stuff that requires me to be away from the microphone or for the microphone to be out of frame. I use this microphone. And yeah, the audio still sounds pretty good. And I also use this microphone for voiceovers, just not as much. Although for voiceover, this mic also sounds very good, for example. So for instance, right now I'm recording it with about 5 inches away from my mouth, and this microphone still just sounds amazing. It's very punchy, very nice bass response, very nice emphasized low end. I'm looking for a lot of words to say. I like the way this microphone sounds. I'm not really super into like the technical stuff about it, but all I can say is I like the way this microphone sounds, especially for voiceover when I use this microphone. But most of the time, I use a shotgun mic, boomed away, out of frame, for the most part. Let's get you back up there. And this is mostly how it sounds when I just have it as like a shotgun microphone that I use as like a boom mic out of frame, just so that you can hear me and not the microphone, and not, sorry, so that you can see me and not the microphone. Next, no, next, Anyways, on to the next mic. So this is the HyperX Solocast. This was my very first microphone that I ever bought. This mic cost me about I would say about 60 USD, so about almost $80, which, to be fair, audio equipment is expensive, so it is what it is. This is a USB microphone, so I just plug it into my computer and I press record and it works. It's a plug and play. It's not great. It doesn't sound that amazing. It sounds kind of artificial, and you can hear how harsh the high frequencies are on this thing. But this mic actually served me well when I first used it for like up from like 2021 to 2023. Yeah, I used this for a while because I just had no money to upgrade to anything. This microphone, I somehow managed to get some gigs with it. I got a couple of jobs with it. I got some very small projects that managed to get by with this thing. Yeah, it doesn't sound great, but it'll do. That's the thing of a lot about these microphones, right? Is that they will do. Anyways, this is it's a USB large diaphragm condenser microphone. And cool thing about this mic is that it has a mute button on the top. So if I were to just like press it, and now when I click it again, you can just hear me speaking again. Yeah, honestly, for my very first microphone, not the worst I could have started off with, but yeah. After a while, it was time for me to get an upgrade. And right now, I am recording on a large diaphragm condenser microphone. This is my first large diaphragm condenser microphone. This is the Rode NT1. This, I remember I bought it for about $299 at the time, but I'm not sure how much it costs now because this mic's now discontinued. You can only buy the 5th gen and the Signature series now, I think. Anyways, compared to the HyperX Solocast, which was my previous microphone before this, this microphone is just, well, it's just great. It has all the detail you need from a large diaphragm condenser. It's quite smooth in the low end, I'm not sure how to describe it. I'm not very audio engineering, but all what I can say is that this microphone it's smooth. It's nice. For my voice, I kind of realized that when I speak into this microphone, while the high end isn't like terrible or too like sizzly, it is crisp. Towards like the mid to high frequencies, my voice, it kind of picks up a little bit of a nasally, almost like
It almost picks up like a sound and sounds something like this.
in this microphone. It's not the worst thing in the world. It can be EQ'd out very easily, but in general, I still think this is a really good microphone. And honestly, for a first microphone, for a first XLR microphone anyway, for voiceover, this microphone, well, it's great. This microphone is it will do the job. That's the best way I can describe this microphone is it will do the job, and it will do the job well, and it will serve you for a long time. Alright, and just for good measure, I also got myself the Rode NT1 Signature Series. I got this microphone for a really good price, about was that less than 200? I don't remember, but it's basically the NT1. Well, this is supposed to be the like a chopped down, cheaper version of the NT1 5th generation. But out of curiosity, I just happen to have extra like money. I probably should have saved that, but I got this microphone, and honestly, it sounds alright. It's not that much different to the Rode NT1. I will say it's definitely a lot more. You can definitely hear that the high frequencies of this microphone is definitely emphasized even more than the previous one. Makes my sounds worse, like my solid snake saw a short person. Not the best, but for the price, really, really good. Honestly, since you can't exactly get the 4th gen brand new anymore, at least, from Rode themselves, I think it retails about 150 USD now. It's not a bad price at all. Like, for your first voiceover setup, this is really good. Like, honestly, once again, similar to the Rode NT1, this thing will serve you for a long time. I definitely used the Rode NT1 more, and I actually got better results on that microphone, actually. On this one, I didn't really like. I mean, I didn't like hate this mic, or I didn't like this mic, but I realized that the more flat version of the Rode NT1, the 4th generation, the black one, where because it was a lot more neutral, it was a lot more easier to work with and a lot more easier to mix. So this microphone is still good, and honestly, since you can't get the 4th gen anymore, going for this mic instead is not a bad idea. It's actually a pretty good one. Anyways, yeah, this is that mic. I'm gonna switch over to my other microphone. And over here, I have the AKG P220. This is a really bright microphone, and this microphone is actually supposed to be a instrument microphone. But I think on certain voices, I think this microphone is also really good. I picked this up for about $220. Well, this is when I was waiting for the Rode NT1 Signature Series to come. I was like, you know what? I want to try out a mic with a different sort of tone, something a lot more bright, a bit exciting. And this is the mic that I ended up getting, the P220. Once again, it's more of an instrument microphone. On the voice, I think on my voice, it's fine. It sounds good. You can definitely hear that the mouth noise issue that I have with bright microphones is still definitely there. Also, my S's, it's even worse on this microphone. Seashells by the seashore. Also, apologies for closes, I'm not using a pop filter with this. But yeah, as you can hear, there's dad issues with this mic, but it's still a good mic. So yeah, on the voice, it's fine. It's good. I mean, I have it. I like it. It's not for everybody, and I honestly, in my opinion, it's not really the best for my voice either. But I can see it sounding really good on, let's say, somebody with a really deep, bassy voice, and they need something to offset that. They give it a little bit of, to excite it a bit. Add that crisp, that just make it come alive more. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm gonna test out my guitar on this thing. So yeah, definitely more of an instrument mic, but I still think this microphone honestly is not bad. Anyway, On to the next microphone. I'm not done. I have more microphones. Alright, and right now, this is me recording on the Neat King B2. This was another microphone that I picked up on, picked this up on Amazon for about really cheap. I got it for maybe like 149 at the time. This is another large diaphragm condenser, and compared to the other microphones, this one has a compared to the other microphones, this mic has a lot more of a low end response, and it definitely the way that audio engineers would describe it sounds more scooped. And I'll use this imagery because essentially in the frequency response chart, there's a bit of a boost in the low end and a little bit of a boost in the high end. So this is how that sounds. Honestly, I like the way this microphone sounds. On my voice, it actually makes it sound a lot more. It makes it sound a lot more authoritative than my actual speaking voice. I've used this microphone in some very small roles or some auditions where they require me to be a bit more of like a beefy, more deeper voiced character with a bit more authority. So, so something a lot more like this, or something more, something a lot more authoritative and strong. So sometimes I will use this microphone and I will have this kind of voice. A voice that speaks into the soul of the listener. And that kind of adjacent voices. Honestly, for 149, really good. I don't regret buying this mic at all. Although this microphone has one issue that I have. I'm not sure if my plugins probably block that out, but there is an audible hum when I press onto the microphone. So that's why I don't really use it that much. But it's still a good microphone when it wants to be a good microphone. Anyways, I'm going to be moving on to a different microphone. And this is my Shure KSM 32. This is my favorite microphone, and this is the most expensive microphone I own as of now. This microphone cost me about, it cost 800 SGD. This is an $800 microphone, and it sounds like an $800 microphone. This microphone is so smooth and sibilant free, and it's so good on my voice that I use this for so many things. Like I use this for audiobooks, I've used this for my auditions, and I have recorded some projects on this thing. And this thing just sounds, I'm in love with this sound. The best way I can describe it is that it sounds like a warm pillow for your ears. It's so nice to listen to. Shure knows how to make great mics, and this is no exception. This is my best mic for now. I actually wanted to save up for a TLM 103, which I still might get in the future, but this is what I settled on for now, the Shure KSM 32. And my god, this thing just sounds great. It sounds so smooth. It's not the most exciting microphone though. I think you probably would have noticed if you've been listening with headphones compared to the other microphones. This one is a lot more flat, like really neutral, really flat. But that's a good thing because that means that in post it's easier for me to process this. It's easier for me to like add that bassiness at the low end if I wanted to beef it up a bit, or if I want to add that sparkle in the high end, a little bit of a high shelf. So it sounds a lot more crisp, a lot more exciting, more alive. This microphone, it's like, I can only describe it as almost like a Swiss Army knife. Very good. Amazing microphone. And even as it is right now, it's just so smooth and so nice to listen to. I could listen to this for hours. Anyways, that is pretty much all the large diaphragm condenser microphones I own. Now I'm going to move on to the dynamic microphones that I own, which is a couple of them. Right now, I'm recording on the Shure SM58 dynamic microphone. Once again, another Shure mic. You can tell I'm probably a bit of a fan of Shure. This microphone is well, it's everybody knows about this microphone, from your mom to your grandma. Every artist that you know that has made music at some point has used this at some point. And this microphone, well, it's so well known for a good reason. It sounds iconic, it has iconic sound, and of course, it's also it's built like a tank. This thing is so durable. I've seen people like nails to the wall with this thing, like a hammer. I've seen a fire truck run over this thing, and it still works. I mean, that's the reason why this is the mic that all those comedians and all those singers mic drop with. Do I want to mic drop this thing? I'm not doing that. I love my microphones too much. I'm not gonna do that. But anyways, yeah, this is easily my best dynamic microphone and one of my favorite. Honestly, just one of my favorite microphones of all time. I love this thing. Right now, I am recording with a pop shield I am right now recording with a windscreen on it. Of course, if I remove it, this is how it looks and this is how it sounds. I just like to put on the windscreen because I don't really like plosives. Although for live performances, you can probably barely tell that this thing is getting a lot of plosives because it's going through a speaker rather than my recording device. But yeah, normally I record this with that. Anyway, moving on to my next dynamic mic, and this is the Audio-Technica ATR 1300X. This microphone, I'm gonna be honest, I bought it for like 40 SGD. It's a very cheap microphone, and it definitely sounds kind of cheap. This microphone is mostly used for live performances. I use this for live stuff. I mean, it's not a bad sounding microphone. It's just it does sound like a more budget version of the SM58, which you just listened to. There is a little bit more of a presence boost on this microphone compared to the SM58. Personally, I still prefer the sound of the SM58, but honestly, for maybe for podcasting, this is also not a bad sounding mic. Also, this is how it looks without the pop shield. Yeah, it's still a really good microphone, but it's still a really good microphone for its price. It's like this thing costs $40. That's like 4 McDonald's meals. It's not bad at all. Anyways, as compared to the next microphone, and this is me recording on. I actually do not even know what this microphone is. This is a $20 microphone that I found on Shopee. This mic sucks. You can just hear the hiss on this thing. The plosive rejection on this thing is terrible. The mic is made of plastic. The grill is made of plastic. This entire mic is plastic. It sounds terrible. It was made in China, so do what you will with that information. And yeah, I bought this just to test it out. And okay, does it sound absolutely unlistenable? No. Is it a good mic that I can probably use for audio recording? Not really. Is it okay for live stuff? Maybe just for your typical I'm a broadcaster and I'm about to use this microphone for announcements. It's actually not that bad actually, but still, compared to the SM58, this thing is, and it's not even close. Yeah, guys, there you have it. That's all the microphones that I own, from my condensers to my dynamics. And yeah, do tell me in the comments below which mic did you think sounded the best especially for its price. And yeah, thanks for checking out my channel. Thanks for watching this video. I will catch you guys the next time I upload, which is